The Industrial Revolution ushered in a new era that threatened to transform the values of men. No longer would spirituality be their compass, but not all welcomed the change. In 1783, just as the fires of the Laki eruption had plunged all of Europe into an ashen darkness, a horde of demons spilled from the shadows and fell upon city after English city. It was a message. The Alchemy Guild, fearing the rise of industrialism and abandonment by their wealthy patrons, had done the unthinkable to defend their existence. Through recondite arts, the alchemists had created shard binders, humans transplanted with crystal that attuned them to demonic power. They sacrificed the shard binders, and in doing so threw the gates of the world open to demonkind. Countless innocents died, and though the Church succeeded in vanquishing the Hell's End, a steep price had already been paid and collected. As for the shard binders, they were presumed to have all died in the sacrificial rite. However, 2 survived. Jebel, a boy for whom by some miracle the rite did not prove fatal. And Miriam, a girl who spared the rite altogether on account of the strange slumber that took her just before it could begin. 10 years had passed. Mankind too soon forgets tragedy. The demons have returned, presaged by a great castle. And on this very hour, Miriam awakens. Upon learning Jebel is the architect of this new, bloodstained ritual, Miriam and the alchemist Johannes set forth for the accursed castle. Their galleon cuts through the water, lancing towards the inevitable.
Johannes, are you certain it was...
It was Jebel's doing, Miriam. No mistake.
It's so hard to believe. I wouldn't even be alive if not for him. He's a good soul.
I know how you feel. But the facts are apparent. And the hell he endured 10 years ago would break the best of souls. Miriam, I want you to know that I'm sorry. What my brothers subjected you to, there's no forgiving it.
It was their transgression, not yours. You always took care of us.
Obviously, not enough.
Well, let it go, Johannes. We need to focus on the task ahead. If Jebel is responsible for the summoning, then I have to stop him. I gave him my word.
I ought to do it. He was my best friend.
But I'm the only one who can. The shard experiments prepared me for combat. Let them amount to something. 10 whole years. What put me in that sleep?
I wish I had the answer. All I know is the spell that stopped time for you was advanced, arcane. But by observing the ebb of the magic's hold on you, I was able to predict exactly when you would...
Oh, I see.
We'll make landfall soon. I had the chest there packed with essential equipment. Now would be a good time to... Good. You're prepared. The next...
I'll take care of it.
Was that a shard?
I'd forgotten the way it felt. Like...
The demon's power was transmuted into that shard, which forcibly bonded to the crypt. The strength you gain from it is undeniable, but eventually...
I thought the procedure you discovered halted the corrupt...
It did, but that doesn't guarantee you'll be safe if you start...
I know my body's limits better than anyone, and I'm going to need all the power I can get. And if I run into trouble, you can help me. You've done it before.
Thanks for giving me a choice in the matter. Just promise you won't push yourself.
How did they get inside?
The demons from the castle must have infested the
Then they can help me wake up these muscles of mine. I'll wipe the deck with them. This device responds to magic. Maybe I just need to hold my hand up to it.
So, Sleeping Beauty, you've decided to awaken.
Jeeble, tell me you didn't do this. It doesn't make any sense.
How does it not? After all the sins humans wrought.
Johannes told me what they did to you. And you're right, it's horrible. But what you're doing now is just as bad.
No! No, there you... What the alchemists did was reshuffle. What I intend to do is reshuffle the... Join me, Miriam. You're the only one who understands the pain I feel.
What? I never thought I'd hear I was the one that came to you broken. Convinced I was a monster. And you told me...
This is nonsense!
You told me... Our power doesn't make us good or bad. I'd given up on my humanity, but you restored
Master Jeeble, we must return.
Miriam, I tire of reminiscing. You're here to kill me, aren't you? Then first prove you can fight. Along the way, you'll have no choice but to absorb shards and avail yourself of the powers of... If you can still claim to be human at the end of it all. Come, Gregory. We're leaving.
Jeeble, wait!
we're here.
Was this a village?
They've moved faster than we hoped. Miriam, we have to hurry.
All right. But wait. Let me clear...
Thank you, Miriam.
You know who I am. And that...
I'm sorry we couldn't get here sooner, Dominique.
So this is our contact.
Yes, the church sent...
An exorcist. And we're lucky...
And the church you, Miriam. Thank you for
You wouldn't have asked if it wasn't important. But you should tell us why you need her. But she deserves to be armed with all the facts.
Yes, very well. I told you when I contacted you that the Shardbinder Jebel is responsible.
Yes, there's no mistake about that.
What?
Then let me get right to the point. I find it curious that the outpouring of demons just happens to coincide with the sudden awakening of the other
You're right, it is strange. But the church doesn't get to drag Miriam into the...
Oh, do you decide for her? I asked you to bring her here so she could see the horrors that have befallen the village. I have no intention of forcing you.
You don't have to. I gave Jebel my word that I would...
Thank you, Miriam. I am...
Pardon me.
Oh, hello there. Are you all right?
I'm all right.
You are quite welcome.
Anne.
What a lovely name. Anne, you shouldn't be out.
Oh, all right.
Come on. I did some looking around before.
Yes, agreed.
Johannes, you, Anne, and I will remain here. We can assist Miriam.
What? We can't ask her to...
Don't be foolish. She is trained in combat. Are you? We would only get in the way.
I'll be fine, Johannes.
But we'll be here if you need us.
Let's not waste any time.
Come back if you need anything. I'll get to work.
Thank you, Jo.
I know you're...
Dominique, what is all this machine?
That is photograph.
Photo...
To put it more plainly, it...
What?
Unfortunately,
I'll see if I can find...
Ah, here she is. You have to marvel at...
I know, it's
So, what I can do for you here in the workshop, but the alchemy is easier to show you than explain. What are we transmuting this time? Once I've transmuted an item, I'll do my best to inform you of what, but when it comes to items I don't know about.
I understand.
Also, the demon crystal you've obtained. Each shard requires specific material. Try it when you get the chance.
I think.
Also, neither one of us has been eating well. No wonder. If you bring me the ingredients, I can, with proper nutrition and a varied diet,
Miriam, since this is your first time, I have made arrangements. I would have liked to provide what you need for free. I will need money in order to keep the supply.
No, I understand.
I can also buy
Wait, is trade in?
Of course. The church would sooner. I am not permitted to sell them. You may want to keep extras, since possessing multiple shards of the same type. And more importantly, if you
May accelerate, but I'll find.
I still recommend selling your shards.
All right.
I think that explains everything. Oh, I forgot to give this to you. It's the key.
Thank you.
I invited the other survivors. They all have troubles that need resolving.
I'll do what I can.
I know you will.
Oh, hello, Mick.
You there? It was awful.
Where are the others?
Dead, most of them. Those devils have to pay.
If it's within.
Oh, thank you.
Mir.
Well, Miriam, I want you to hunt down the monsters and take vengeance.
All right.
Here's what I've turned up on the monster. Help my husband rest.
Bye.